Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my first vlog. I'm gonna start doing more of these vlogs, a lot more, just to give you guys insights into what it's like in my shoes, in my life, as a table tennis player that lives in Australia and also lives in Europe. So I do travel to Europe a lot to get access to high level training partners and high level competitions. So this is my first vlog. I'm very happy to get this started. So for those of you that don't know me very well or at all, I've resided in Melbourne my whole life. I live here and from a very young age, from 15, 16 years old, I started going overseas to try and improve my table tennis game, because in Australia it is limited compared to the better countries in the sport with access to training partners and competition. It's just not as abundant as the better countries. So as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old that just missed out on the Youth Olympic Games by a spot, my parents supported me and took me to China for many years as a teenager. And at the start it was really hard to leave home. It was really hard to leave my friends, my family, and just be away from home and by myself. But eventually it became easier. It is a lot easier now. I know I'm there for a purpose. Now I'm about to head off to Spain for a month of good training with good level, international level partners, and also high level competition. So I'm going to play the Portugal Open, a German league match, and the Sophia's International that's in Sweden. Why am I leaving home to play table tennis in Spain, play competitions there, when I could just stay home, really? That's what a lot of people might ask me or might ask themselves, and it's a good question. So in Australia, I'm mostly training and playing competition against players that are a few, very selected few at my standard of play. Most of them are not as good. So when I go to Spain, there'll be a lot of players. Some will be not as good, some will be at my level, some will be higher, and I need that. I need the access to training with better players, to learn things, and also get exposure by training with them and playing competitions and learning more about my game, what I can improve, and what more I can add to my game. So should you train with players that are not as good as you, your level or higher, or which one should you do more? In my opinion, long story short, I think you need to do all of it. So I am going to do another video later down the track talking about this, purely this, but yeah, long story short, you need to train with all of them. So when you train with players that are not as good as you, you can get some confidence, you can practice some balls where they push your serve high or long, for example. And when you train with players your own level, you'll get that competitiveness. When you train with players that are better than you, you will learn things. You will learn a lot about yourself and about more things about the game. But basically, that's why I'm making this trip to Spain, to Europe, and doing a tour of all these tournaments. And I'm always on the lookout for learning things and learning things about myself as a person, learning more, building more character, and also building my own game. And making this trip now, I'm really excited. Leaving home's not a problem now because I'm a lot older. I've done it a lot, and that's why I do these trips to Europe. So now on to the flight. I'm about to fly in about 6 hours. I'm going to the airport really early to not miss my flight. But yeah, I mean, once I fly, I don't like flying. I love traveling. I love being in another country. Flying is really tough for me, especially from Melbourne to Europe. It's about 30 hours with stopovers in Middle Eastern countries, in Asia, in other parts of Europe. But yeah, I mean, once I get through the flight, I'll be enjoying myself and loving it.